Welcome to Midwest Paranormal Presents Paranormal Soup. I'm your host, Jason Bland. We're going to be doing phone calls from the dead and spirit box sessions. We're going to cover some stuff on the web. We got a cool story tonight from a person who had a phone call from the dead. And hope you join the show. We're going to be with you in just a minute. All right, we're going to get started here. Have a couple guests with me, and another one should be joining us soon. I got Jenny here and Todd. Say hi, guys. You're unmuted.
Hello.
Hello.
And hopefully we'll have Judy joining us soon. All right, so tonight we're going to cover a couple things on the web that are going on currently. Let me get my screen up. So, tonight, like I said, we're going to do phone calls from the dead and spirit box sessions, but currently, let's talk about some of the stuff going on in the paranormal web world. Right now, last night, I wanted to cover this first, or last week, I covered the San Diego UFO sighting. Let me see if I can pull that up as a refresher. Right there, it came right on up. All right, you guys seeing the YouTube feed?
Yes.
It is up.
Play. Mute that. Get to the UFO footage. All right, let's get a shot of it. So this was a UFO April 29th, 2015 that's been circling around the web. Two different videos of it and a couple pictures from separate witnesses. And I talked about drones, you know, the possibility that now with the advent of the drone hobbyists out there, flying these things up in the air and doing optical illusions in the sky, I wanted to show what that kind of looks like, what these guys are doing. So let me go back to here. Fine, it should be one of the last downloads I did. All right, here we go. All right, so this is this is what one of them looks like up close. There's an ad for drones. Skip that. These things can get pretty bright. This one has some pretty bright, colorful LEDs on it. Let me go back and see if I can find the other one. You know, I can do all kinds of flashing lights and everything. Let's go back to find. Should be one other one I got. Oh, here it goes. Drones programmed for light painting. Here we go.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you know, it's pretty, you know, this is going to throw everything, you know, people are going to, now this is going to be the new explanation for stuff up in the sky when people see it.
Well,
drone hobby.
Honestly, right there could be your entire answer is...
Right, you know, so now look at these things. Look how small they are and what they can do, man. They got little ones, they got big ones, they can go up, they can do different kinds of patterns and art in the sky with it. I mean, it's crazy what they can do. I mean, sure they could fake what we just, you know, saw over in San Diego, for sure.
Right, and there's your synchronized flying, and if you had bunches of them that some do the acceleration motion, then turn off, and then blink another group of them on somewhere else, guess what? You had your teleporting UFO.
Yeah, so there's going to be a lot of shenanigans happening. So, let's go back.
Now, granted, that's a extremely expensive and elaborate hoax, but...
That was my point last week, is if somebody did this, they went through a lot of money to do it. You know, that's not cheap. But there are hobbyists out there that are really into this, so, you know, they're like,
well,
make a fake hoax in this guy.
Sad to say, it also would be a great advertising for your drone is to take 100 of them, go out, do some big hoax, scamper away giggling, and then a month later release the footage and say, here's what we did.
Right, exactly. You know, and then make a bunch of people look like idiots, you know.
And as a manufacturer, you've got the access.
Exactly. All right, here's another. I always cover, we start off UFOs. We're gonna do cryptoid, and then we'll do videos. So, all right. So this is what the TF UFO makes a 180-degree turn over the surface of Ceres. I think that's how you say it. That's that the moon that they've been seeing those glowing lights on this last year, and then they said it's ice reflecting. Well, this person or whatever caught this NASA feed and believes they spotted a UFO in the NASA feed. And UFO makes a 180-degree turn over glass structures on Ceres. That's what they're saying is a UFO. They'll do like a, I don't understand the motion thing that they do. See, it moves like it, so I don't know if it's just like pictures or clips that it's taking. I have to do more research on this. I just found this today, and I thought it was pretty interesting. But again, it could be just some kind of space particle or something in the way. I don't know, that just happened to pull across the camera at the right time. Yeah, and I wonder what the speed actually is on this too. What we're watching looks like a flyover from that satellite that got the closer pictures. I'm not sure.
Yeah, and if you've got shadow of the actual satellite.
Right. That's true. Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, it could be even the shadow of the satellite passing over it. Yeah, there's a lot of NASA videos out there of weird stuff, and there's some stuff out there that I'm like, okay, why isn't this on the national news? I've seen some stuff. I should play it one night. We'll have definitely a whole night dedicated to UFO videos. All right, so we covered UFOs. Let's go to cryptoid. Last week I showed the Illinois Sasquatch video. This week we're not going to cover Bigfoot. We're going to cover, where did I find it? Seems to be a lot of these videos over the last couple of years popping up of goblins or gnomes being filmed like in South America. I don't know what's up in South America, why they're getting them, but it's freaking out the South Americans. At least they appear to be in the video. So, all right, here's. Let me unmute the audio here.
Well, this is a leprechaun now. I have to weigh in here on this one then.
This is a leprechaun, I believe, yeah. I thought they were only in Ireland.
No, that's a dog.
That's a dog. I know. It's like, oh my god, what the hell? No.
Oh my goodness.
It's a little something. I don't know. It's a blob of something walking through. It scares the crap out of that woman. I think he's ordering a coffee.
Dog, do you want chocolate?
It's a really weird looking chihuahua, and she's just running for her life. I don't know.
Looks like a monkey wearing a red sweater.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, if you've never seen a monkey before, really,
I'm still waiting for a high-def goblin or gnome.
It's the same problem as the UFOs, my friend.
Exactly.
It's always a low-quality, crappy video. It's the worst kind. All right, here's another one I saw. This one is from last year or 2 years. Same site, same people. I was like, okay, you get all good hot leprechaun stuff, right? Now, this looks like this is maybe in America. I don't know. I don't know where this is at. She looks American. Chris could be tourist. Now, is that a child? Like, maybe they're tourists in some village and the kid's just like screwing with them? I watched this whole video. I'm like, okay, where does it pop out and it's a goblin or a leprechaun? It does have a weird hat on though. Looks like it.
When lawn gnomes attack.
Oh no! You gotta wait. No, I got a better one. It definitely looked like a gnome. It's got the pointing hat and everything. And it's like it's just chilling out, watching some guys be some idiots, and then it decides to move and freaks them all out. All right, we watch this one, I think. Fairy gnomes and elves are real. This was a gnome, I'm sure. Pointy hat was a clue.
Ya, güey.
pay attention to this area. I always love hearing foreign people scream for their lives. I always laugh, you know. I got
So it
some.
was just hanging out there and
Yeah, I think they're gonna do a slow-mo run of it here. Let's see. We gotta put the chilly music in the background. It's like, no, dude, I was just chilling here, man. I was just chilling. I was just watching you guys play ball. Why you gotta freak out?
I don't know. It's kind of hunched over. Maybe it was taking a dump on their carpet.
You know?
I mean, that's a gnomish thing to do, I would believe.
I was just pooping.
yeah, it was hanging out.
All right, so we're done with cryptoid. I just saw those
You know,
things, I thought they were hilarious. So I was like,
the game cam footage stuff that out there gives me more of the willies than any of this stuff.
yeah, there's some game cam footage out there. I thought there's a UFO one that's really cool. Somebody got last year, and I have to find that on a game camera with the animals react to it. Even that's what's cool about it. You know, you can't just time that out with deer. You know, unless you like are raising deer, let them out. You know.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. What did I have for? We don't want to get into this stuff yet. Where did I go? Sometimes I get too crazy and I download way too much stuff, and I'm like, oh wait, I'm not gonna get to all that in the show. Yeah.
Yeah, you need to stop this whole having a show thing and still go through all your Spirit Box stuff from my place.
I did. I didn't have anything else on that spirit that last week.
Okay.
I didn't think I would either because I didn't remember hearing anything either. Probably why I wasn't like getting to it the quickest because I didn't remember hearing anything. So
Yeah, I agree. It was those things are so off-putting to me.
okay, here we go. Oh, not this one. I don't know what this one's all about. I'm looking for the. Oh, I remember. It pushes the door over. I'm like, yeah, it's because your place is a dive. Here we go. All right, this is their great crazy paranormal footage that they got with the X-Files. Turn the X-Files music off. We don't want to get sued by them. All right, let me fast forward to it. So here we go. Get all the way, and they save it all the way to the end. I'm like, just get to the dang clip. We don't need all your security footage, man. All right, should be coming up.
Security cameras don't wobble around quite that much.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought that was kind of weird how it's always shaking and moving.
Yeah, no, that's somebody standing on a ladder with a cell phone. That's
Yes, you look like a good point. And I'm like, dude, the door fell over. It means your place is probably a dive. It's not paranormal, you know. All right, get out of the way from that. I saw that. I wanted to add it because I just wanted to show how stupid this video was. Okay. We want the one in the shop. Is what I was looking for. Oh, actually, I wanted to play this. This came out last year, and I wanted to talk about this a little bit. Is the security cam footage from Disneyland? Did you see this, Todd?
No, I did not.
Jenny, you said no. You haven't seen this.
I've seen this one, yeah.
I wondered. Yeah, a lot of people. This went around fast on the web when it came out. Obviously, somebody doesn't have the rights to get the footage, so they're filming it off the actual cameras in the office.
Right.
My only question is what are they? You know, what's that DVR system? Is it old school? I wouldn't think it'd be old school. It's Disney World. I mean, come on, they gotta have.
Yeah, no, Disney's gonna have the newest goodies.
So you would think they'd have digital DVRs. You know, now if this was tape, I'd say, well, maybe they're using an old tape or something. You know, not that anybody's really using tape much anymore. Even gas stations aren't doing that anymore. So it makes me wonder what could bleed through. You know, from the digital. Something could bleed through on that security cam, you know, old footage. I don't know. It's weird. Yeah.
You never know what to make of these.
It looks like somebody walking. You know, you see it. I mean, it's definitely a human figure walking, and then it walks through multiple cameras that you can follow it. And if this was a hoax, I'm just curious of how they did it.
Right.
All right. So that was my ghost stuff for the night. I had one other thing though. I thought I had one other thing. Oh, I want to talk about this. I looking for paranormal videos. I don't know what's up with India, but they seem to suddenly discover digital graphics. And now I've seen a billion different videos about, ooh, it's a spirit attached to an old man walking across the street. It's a spirit attached to an old woman walking across the street. It's a spirit attached, and you'll see. There's a billion of these out there. I'm like, what is up with
That looked like haunted chicken parmigiana to me.
There's this guy. See, he's got the shadow. He's being followed by a shadow. There's another one too. I can show you. There's multiple of these out there, and I've seen some other ones too that it's like they're using an old. I used to do computer graphics like Lightwave program to add special effects. It's like really cheesy and bad. And like, look at the ghost. I think maybe what's happening is that they're catching onto the YouTube wave and they're trying to get their own channel and like, we'll get subscribers. Let's make a great ghost video.
It can be a bad video. It doesn't matter if you get a million hits, you're still making money. So
Yeah. Let me see if I can find the other one. I don't have the other one. I probably just downloaded that one as an example. But I found you'll see these. It looks like it's in India. You're prepared to be amazed by 1998 computer graphics technology. That's what it looks like. So, all right. So let's get to our subject tonight. We're gonna switch off the screen share for the moment.
which I have access to old Canon and other VHS professional broadcast cameras that it's going to do a phenomenal job of VHS quality. So if I wanted to fake something, that's what I'd do it on.
And I need to find out what's going on with Judy. I have no messages from her or anything, so I'm surprised she's not here or what's going on. So I'm going to send her a message.
She's now broken her other foot tripping over the cat.
I'm trying this on my Galaxy tab, so let me know when you send invites since I've never used it before. Sent the invite a long time ago. It's like, that's why I send it early. I can't do it at the start of the show. I told her, just check your email. So I don't know why she didn't get them. See if I can send her one more invite, because we want to get Judy on here, because we got stuff of hers tonight that she wants to play, Spirit Box stuff. She said, I guess you started. I really don't know how to get on live. I will wait a little longer. I'm Steve. But I just tell her, just join. Let me see if I get one more.
I was actually going to dig out my old broken cell phone, the one that still got that video of the wires and stuff when we were doing our remodel. I was going to try to get that video for you.
Oh, yeah.
Of course, cannot be substantiated in any way because it was just me and the, at the time, 7-year-old there. But
Right. Still cool, though. All right, so Judy should hopefully be joining us any minute now, I hope. We're talking about phone calls from the dead and Spirit Box. So we're really talking about a lot about electronic media being used by spirits or entities to communicate with us tonight. Now, I'm always going to be doing a lot of stuff on EVPs. That's my specialty, my favorite things, EVPs. Tonight, though, we're going to focus on some of the phenomena of people getting phone calls from dead loved ones or people, acquaintances, and sometimes strangers. And getting these phone calls or sometimes voice messages or messages on their answering machine from people they know have passed on or creepy stuff. sometimes you can't explain. There's always the prank factor out there with that. But there's some cool evidence. I'm going to pull up the screen share when we start getting into this segment and show you some stuff too that directly deals with that. But first, I want to have Jenny here talk. Jenny, tell us where you're from.
Scranton, Pennsylvania.
Okay. And you were recently on an investigation and had an experience with a phone call from the dead. You want to tell your story about that?
Yeah, we were at Trans-Allegheny Lunatic Asylum in West Virginia,
Oh, very cool.
and I was on the first. We were on the first floor in a room where they said an 8-year-old spirit of a child named Lily is supposed to supposed to be wandering around, and we were in the room, and I thought we weren't getting anything. Excuse me. So I thought, well, what better way to get a child to communicate, with another child? So I thought, well, let me get my daughter on my cell phone, on speakerphone, and have her ask some questions. So I did, and my daughter asked some questions, but we really didn't get anything. Everything was quiet. But then a week after I had, come home and everything, I was at work. My phone was in my purse, and it was on vibrate, so I didn't even hear it. But when I checked my phone, I had a missed call and a new voicemail. So I listened to the voicemail first, and it was a little child, and I couldn't really make out what she was saying at first, and it was something, something, and then I heard my daughter's name, Kaylee, and then something, something, call me when you get home. So I thought it was my daughter's little friend next door trying to get a hold of her. So I clicked on the missed call and dialed the number back, and I asked for the girl's mother, Kristen. I said, is Kristen there? And the lady said, no, you have the wrong number. And I said, oh. And he said, well, I got a call from this number from a little girl, and she left a message, and she goes, well, there's no little girl here, and, there's no Kristen here either. I said, oh, I'm sorry, and hung up the phone. And then it just hit me. I said, I wonder, could that have been Lily trying to, contact my daughter back or something, and
Right.
oh.
So, what did the voice kind of sound like? I mean, did it have a tin?
Just like what?
Did it have kind of a tinny nature to it?
No, it just sounded like a normal little girl, just like my daughter or her friend or.
And what was like the message? Like, you think she just wanted to talk to your daughter? I missed it. Did she say your daughter's name?
Yeah, I heard Kaylee distinctly, clear.
Okay.
And then she spoke again. It sounded just sort of like, not muffled, but like speaking too fast or something. You know how you can't hear somebody if they're talking too fast?
Yeah.
And then I heard, call me when you get home. That was it. That's all I could hear clearly. Yeah, there was nothing really odd about the message,
but it's weird.
I just wonder.
You called back, and it's not anybody.
Yeah, I mean, it was a local number. It was our area code, and one of our local numbers, and that was the only missed call I had all day too. So I mean, it wasn't like I clicked on the wrong, callback number or anything.
Right.
So I don't know how that works, though. Do they, if they were to communicate through wavelengths or whatever, radio waves, whatever, can they just pick up a random number and I don't know.
Is there any chance you saved the voicemail?
Oh, I get so mad at myself because after I listened to it, like I said, I thought it was her little friend, so I just deleted it. And I was kicking myself afterwards, like, oh, I wish I saved it so I can listen to it to see if I can decipher maybe what else she was trying to say in there, Ugh, I'm so mad at myself.
Yeah, I know. I would be like, oh, that sucks, But at the same time, you didn't, think about it.
Well, I did the same thing. I was taking some pictures at the studio. One of them was anomalous. I glanced at it and went, oh, picture went bad, deleted it, and then my brain went, I shouldn't have done that.
Still.
Yeah, I even went back into the message thing to see if I could retrieve the deleted message, but they wouldn't let me do it. So
All right. We're gonna get into the evidence that I've seen of phone calls from the dead here in a minute. I'm still trying to get Judy on right now, so I was kind of messing with that. I apologize. I mean, I know the story, but I wanted everybody else to hear it because I thought, oh, that's pretty creepy. Now, I was at I think the idea was genius to try to get communication that way, but at the same time, not recommended. For for your kids' sake,
yeah, I mean, I felt comfortable in the room. I didn't feel anything malevolent or evil or so I just thought it was harmless at the time. But no, I wouldn't probably do it again.
Right. I've had an experience where I felt a spirit came through a phone conversation. Uh, so, to anybody out there, Judy, to anybody out there, yeah, maybe not the best idea, to try to do that. I think the idea is genius. I mean, to try to get a kid to talk to without having to bring them on the location. But there is some evidence out there that they can use that as a way to connect. See the top of your head, Judy.
Judy's being eaten by something.
Yeah. I can't see anything on here.
It looks like it's pretty dark where you're at. You're in your bedroom, probably. Judy's
No.
Judy's got
Turn the light.
she can't move around too very.
No, my screen's black.
Sadly, Judy,
Okay.
you did miss the story that Jenny was telling. She just got done telling, but I did tell you some of what happened to her with the phone call she got from a spirit, possibly. You still there, Judy?
Yeah.
So, like I said, you missed that part, but we're just getting ready to go into some of the evidence on the web of phone calls from the dead. Not a lot out there, I have to say, but there are some people who posted some stuff, voice messages and phone calls and stuff. Let me show you.
Extreme close-up of Judy's nose.
I think I just lost everybody.
Can you guys see the
Can you
screen?
still hear me? I got no screen at all.
I can hear you. I can't tell if you guys screen or not because I'm on the screen share right now. So you can't see anything? You can't see us?
No.
It might be your signal or it might be something you've done because remember last time you had to like back out of something or do something. Don't back up.
Okay, now it's there. I see you got caller unknown on there.
Yeah, that's one of the.
Okay.
So, before I get. Oh, you can hear. Our test broadcast that we did, I talked a little bit about one of the founders of EVP and instrumental communication, Konstantin Radoviu. If I'm saying that right, I always get it wrong, I'm sure. Let me find that video. He started in 1949 with real recordings, and before even Frederick Jurgensen, who a lot of people quote as the beginner of EVP research, he was really getting into trying to record and find methods of communicating with the dead. I had that on here. Let me go to my other feed. But so he did this research for a long time, and then he passed away, and I don't have the year on that at the moment. And after he died, started coming through, calling people. And they also were experimenting with something called the Spiritcom. This is way before Frank's box and Ghost box. Spiritcom wasn't radio waves, but used a diode, if I remembered right, to communicate. So he kept doing communications with that, but he also called people. Here it is. And
Signal's horrible.
he called a number of different people that he worked with in the field of the paranormal, and they all recognized his voice. Let me see if I can get good parts here.
One of the first to act.
This is him. Let me back up a little bit.
I'm as fine as a dead one can be. Dear Sarah, thank everything you did for the propagation of the voices.
This is a phone call recorded between him and an colleague. He calls her, and she started recording it because he started getting these phone calls, so they all started getting their tape recorders handy in case he called again. And he would leave these messages sometimes on their answer machine. Cool.
We tried and we succeeded in building this bridge to the States. You are one of the first who are contacted by this meaning. Thank you very much for all the work you did. We're very proud and honored that we could contact you. I must interrupt now. This was the first contact. This was Constantine Roger speaking.
Thank you so much.
That's pretty creepy to get that kind of thing. That quick of a voice like that, but they said that was pretty much how he sounded, except not as slow. It seems like he has to speak slow.
Jason, you may end up having to mute Judy when we're not in conversation because her audio from her moving her tablet around is actually overriding you and the YouTube stuff.
Okay, hold on. Not letting me mute her. Come on, camera control. All right, are you done moving, Judy? He was like really messing up, and it's not letting me mute you. Okay. You might want to mute yourself next time if you start moving around. Okay. But yeah, hopefully I heard what I was talking about Konstantin Radovich being kind of the frontier man on EVP research and instrumental communication. Yeah, I really don't know. It's also letting me mute people. So okay. So, weird. Let me play a little bit more here of him. I gotta go back to the revolution.
Very kindly. Fine, so this is the beginning of a new story, a new chapter, George. You are a very good friend of ours, even if we haven't met. We will continue this. This is the first bridge we succeeded to build to the States. Mark was contacted, and I must interrupt now.
And I don't have the Spiricom stuff that he did, but it did come through on the Spiricom device, which is a little different sounding than how he would sound coming through a phone. Now, another kind of pioneer for the whole idea of the spirit box. Again, the phone calls are dead. I'm going to talk about Frank's box. He'll be another pioneer from us. Let's see if we can find some. I have some more phone calls from this.
Now your audio's gone. You became all garbled.
Can you hear me now?
There you are.
Okay, I just turned my volume up. All right, so that was Konstantin Radovich that I played, and now I'm gonna do some more phone calls from the dead. That this stuff's been on YouTube. Some of it's been for a while, some of it's been recent, but this is what people recorded. I'm trying to remember which one this is.
Are you trying to talk to me?
It's a weird sound, and I don't know what she's actually using to record this or how she's doing this. Is it like a FaceTime call she's recording, and this is the video of her?
What?
Wait a minute.
Come listen.
Or it's him.
Are you
That was
trying to
her.
talk to me?
It's like something very faintly is trying to come through. Stop it. I'm gonna go back. Hey Todd, you got your fan on?
Nope, I have my microphone muted.
That's not you then. Maybe it's Judy.
Yeah, if I'm not talking, I'm muted.
I forget that, sorry. Alright.
My name is Annie Carissimi, and this is a telephone experiment with EVP. I am on my home telephone, and I call Maggie Bentley, one of our paranormal investigators, who is miles away. I ask her to please pick up a household item and hold it up and ask the spirits to please speak into the telephone and tell me what that item is. Meanwhile, I record back at home on my EVP recorder the voices from the telephone.
Alright, hold on.
Okay, so I'm going to put that there. Okay. Now, what I want you to do is pick up a simple household item with a simple name. But don't tell me what it is. Anyone to tell us over the phone what the object is. Don't give me any clues. Let me know when you have it. I have it. Okay. So Maggie is holding up a simple household item. Can you tell me what it is? Not you, Maggie. Can you tell me what it is? Tell me what it is. Probably don't have the rest of you having conversation. Howard, Jonathan, can you let me know what I'm saying yet? Talk loud so she can hear you. I'm getting too soon. Talk loud so she can hear you.
That's really clear. Don't know what it's saying, but it seems quite clear. Like, so I can hear you. There's his investigators are doing experiments with that, and tonight me and Judy are going to show one that we got. It's really faint, but where Judy was sitting in her car, and we were inside. I was inside with her son because it was her son's house, and we're calling her through her, I guess, Bluetooth hookup inside her car, and she hears the response or the answer and records it. We didn't hear it on our end, but this came from them having a previous conversation on the phone. And a ghost coming through. Actually, a ghost, I think, calling you one time, Judy, right? That's right, right. So we'll get into that. So let's see. Crossword phone call for the day. Let me see what just is.
Mega Red.
Add. Yeah, I know. It's just how you got it recorded.
How are you feeling at the moment? Are you happy? Are you sad? Are you angry? How are you feeling?
This is supposed to be coming through their
Are you happy? Are you sad? Are you
another
angry?
like what we
How
were
are you
doing
feeling?
a phone call EVP session. More and more people are experimenting with this.
Once we cross over, is that where we go? We go to the afterlife. Is there something else there? Once we cross over,
Is that kind of how it sounded to you, Judy, when you got those weird phone calls? Yeah. So let me go back here. Some of these clips, they got a lot of evidence. They go very long, but you can go check them out on YouTube. Just put in phone call from the dead, and you'll pick up a lot of this stuff. Let's see. Oh, and now not only can ghosts call you on your phone, Skype. A guy came up with this.
I saw that.
Saw that? Yeah. There's a lot of people experimenting with this. He's got his own Skype channel for a spirit box, kind of. I'm not even sure. I got to do more research on this. What he's actually using. If he's using a spirit box or what, I'm not sure. Or is he just sitting there waiting for somebody to get on the Skype line and go, and say, answer them? That'd be a great way to mess with people. Now, if he's using the same thing as like the obvious kind of thing, where Grant throws out words, I'm not a big fan of it.
Hello. My name's Jonathan, and I'd just like to talk to you to find out who you are, and if you'd like to talk to me. What is your name? Please feel free to talk to me and to say anything you like. I'll show you the greatest of respect. I'd just like to know more about you. Please tell me your name.
Oh, they got Charlie Brown. I didn't know he was dead.
Well, Schultz is.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Maybe he's coming back from the grave to mess with people on Skype.
Can you hear me clearly?
Yeah.
I'm curious to know if Charlie Brown knows Pete Brown.
Yeah.
If you can hear me clearly,
We'll play that tonight.
can you please say, yes, I can hear you?
Well, that's enough of that one. But yeah, if you want to Skype, the information's out there, how to hook up Skype. I'll just warn you, Skype is a horrible program on your computer. But that's why I haven't even got on there. I would love to mess around with it, but last time I tried to download Skype, it crashed my computer. So.
Yeah, it's not good.
I wonder if you use the app. Oh, I was gonna say, I wonder. You know what I should try? I should see if it works with the app on the phone, Skype app. Find this connection and get on there through that. You have to send an invite, and he's got to invite you back, though. That's the thing. He might not let you get on. I don't know, but he lets certain people get on. Oh, okay, okay, okay. Maybe he was calling you from a Skype line. That costs a lot of money. Call from Skype. All right, so let's see if I got anything else for phone calls from the dead, because I want to move on to the spirit box stuff. What's this one? Supernatural ghost spirit energy calls my cell phone caught on tape. Let's see. something like that. Yeah, that's the common quality from the reports. There's a lot more stories about it than there's evidence, because a lot of people get a call and they don't, they're not ready, they're not there to. Oh, I'm getting a call from Spirit. Let me hook up my recorder. Nobody's prepared for that for us investigators. The only reason like you got Constantine Radove because he worked with people that were, into this stuff, so they were ready for him. If it was true. He actually called a skeptic too, and they tried to be like, "Oh, this is faking it," but he did. Let's see. Okay, so now we've talked about some of the phone calls from the dead. Well, I guess my theme to this tonight, like I said, is electronic media being used by ghosts to be able to communicate, and where we're going as a paranormal field when it comes to communicating. With EVPs, I love EVPs for the fact of that there's no radio waves involved. There's no pre-programmed words like the obvious. It's just something anomalous that happens on the recorder. So I'm not a big fan. I'll leave that right off of Spirit Box because of the AM, FM frequencies it has to band. But there are some key things to it that might give it some use, that it could be real. And we'll talk about that tonight, and I'll go over stuff. And next week, I might have a guy on who's been doing Spirit Box sessions in his home. Not something I would do, but some people are experimenting with that. And let me see if I can find.
Sounds like right into the whole Ouija board type of thing. It's just begging for problems.
Right. Now, this video, let me find the right one here. I got to find the right video. Guy has a thing called Proof of God. He's trying to, he's very religious. He does that. And if I was going to do this stuff in my home, I'd start getting very religious too. I start calling on Jesus, my angels, everything to protect me, because that's why I wouldn't do it in my home. Let me see.
Can I ask a question really quick?
Go ahead, Jenny. What's up?
So how would you use your phone then to do one of those experiments?
Simply,
Do you call?
yeah, you get somebody, and you want to separate location. So, like, she went out to her car and sat in her car because, we're not hearing each other, So you want to be. I wouldn't do it in separate rooms in the house. You don't want any bleed through coming through, like their voice downstairs coming up, hearing on their phone. So you want to somebody go out to their car or something, or even have somebody at a different location. You kind of did that already in a way. You didn't get any evidence, but you were doing that with your daughter. And if you were recording that,
right.
You got any EVPs through that, or something that came through the phone. The key to the difference is, if you got an EVP there, that's an EVP. But if you got the EVP coming out of your phone, that's what the new thing they're trying to test out. A lot of people are getting into. So if the EVP is coming off the phone audio, coming through the phone line.
Okay. So if I go to Moundsville next week and say I call back home, I could possibly get something through my phone?
It's possible. The only reason we experimented with this is because this entity was calling my Judy here. It was her son's phone calling her, but he was asleep. The phone was in another room, and it called her a couple times, and then it interrupted on one of their conversations, right?
Yeah, if I was... Yeah, if I was attempting to do that, I'd set up a phone call with somebody else, put a phone on speaker, and set your recorder directly on top of your phone, and then carry on as normal. So you're actually recording the audio on a separate device.
Okay, great.
Oh, wow.
Crazy.
I'm trying to find this. That's the first one I want to play. Of course, is the one I can't find. It always happens. For what? Oh yeah, I got that. I have 3 different phones here with all the different stuff loaded up, so I can just unplug it and plug it in, so I can get going on it. Damn. Okay. All right, let me go to this one. Testing a new spirit. There's apps out there on computers people are building for that go through the shortwave. Now, I want to play this to point out something to people.
Thunder is rolling. And a new app to try.
These things are junk.
I try every single.
I've never
app
bought
out
one,
there,
but I know they are junk.
and I test if they work or not.
Because
if I don't get good
this
results,
guy says
with
he gets
I can't
response.
say
I
they
haven't
don't
seen
work.
the
They
stuff
don't
on
work
this
for
one,
me.
but you'll
So-
read the reviews of these things, and people are like, it just plays the same audio feed over and over again. So anybody listening tonight wants to get into the Spirit Box, don't go to your app store and buy a $10 Spirit Box app or something crazy like that, because you're going to get ripped off. Well, it's like, right. Yeah. This guy.
Great. Thanks, Jason. I was going to start building fake Spirit Box apps, and now you just told everybody not to. So
You can build. There's plenty of suckers out there. All right, here.
What's your first name? Are you dead or alive?
You know, the app seems pretty convincing, but who's to say that I test these things out? Who's to say he's not the app developer? He wants to get here and make people think his app works. For it to work, it's got to be able to scan, you know, AM and FM radio bands. And I'm not saying the app can't do that, but that's some, you know, that's some tricky stuff put together.
well, a cell phone's not set up as a receiver to do that.
Right. You know, you could link into somebody else's live server feed that's feeding out a scan, but you wouldn't be able to control it. You know, it's the best I know. I mean, unless somebody else out there's got an app they really feel it works, email me at jblandmidwestparanormal jblandmidwestparanormal@hotmail.com. Email me. Let me know. I want to know. And watch some developer out there hear this. Be like, yeah, I'll email them. Yeah. Now, because how much did you pay for your SB7? Oh, here's this guy. Here's the. Yeah. All right, here it is. Let me. What's this? Okay. This guy's got a radar thing going. He's got app. Let me get the video audio up.
With Evidence of God and the Supernatural, and the website proofofgod.co. Here we are on Monday, February 17th. We have got a list of names from the spirits.
So this guy's like doing consistent communication. This is what the Ghost Box was built for, and I'll show a real Frank's Box video here in a minute.
And we've absolutely validated that. We're going to sweep on 200 or 250 tonight. Your viewing.
Yeah, the Ghost Radar looks like that Spud Pickles Ghost Radar thing.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Boy, Judge. What's going on? Any of you guys?
You know what he does in this video? I'm not going to play the whole thing. It's long. What he does in this video is when he's doing the open communication, he's taking down names so he can see if anybody comes back, and he does. He gets people. Oh, hey, so and so, you're back. His aunt comes through this. He knows it's her. He says because it says honey pie, but then later on thinks it might be a demonic entity trying to copy his aunt. He says there's higher angels and stuff. And I'm not really, this is his belief. I'm not ridiculing that at all. But there's obviously he recognizes that there could be a danger to this. What he does though to get them to communicate is he promises to what do you want to call it? Pray for them. Just a Lord's prayer for their soul. And so this is why he gets so many coming through. And there's a lot. It's a long video. I recommend going to see this. Talk to deceased loved ones. My aunt died in the mid-'80s. Here's her voice confirmed by spirits. That's the whole title of the video. Type in a search with those words, you'll find it. It's definitely worth watching. He gets a lot of weird stuff, and when you hear what he says, his aunt always called him Honey Pie. It comes through clear a few times that she'd come through and saying, "Hey, Honey Pie," stuff like that, and it's pretty crazy. Again, for non-voices out there that you want to go out there and get a spirit box, cool and all. And in the original intent and purposes, it was built to communicate in a single location on a constant basis. But I don't recommend that. Just because it's like Todd was saying, it's what's the difference between that and a Ouija board? You're asking for open communication, and asking you shall receive, and that can be bad sometimes. This guy goes through a lot of, at the beginning of the video, you hear him say a lot of prayers and protection stuff that he believes protects him, and so far he keeps doing it. I don't know what his latest video was. So far he seems not to be getting hurt by it. Let me see if I can play a little bit of it.
With us. And here we go. What we got there?
Trust me.
I'm sorry, Trevor. I didn't catch your name. I think your name is Treadwell. What about Sammy or Megan?
There's the radar going off.
Incredible.
Yes, it is incredible. I do agree with that. And you just wait. We ain't even started. Somebody here with us right there to my right. I'd like to remind all our viewers and spirits that the evidence of God mantra is John 5:28.
Yeah, that's what I mean. He starts going into all that, but it's a good video. I definitely recommend it for anybody getting into the spirit box or interested to find out more. You want to hear some good replies. This one's got a lot of good ones, so I definitely recommend people going to find this video. And let's see. So we're about to hit the 11 o'clock hour, halfway point through the show, and I wanted to start getting to our spirit box stuff. Hello. I hate how it just jumps to another video. That's the other thing about spirit box and why I'm not the hugest fan of them, because they annoy the hell out of me on investigations. Oh my god.
I agree.
Yeah. Do you own a spirit box, Jenny?
Now I do. One of my friends, she had two of them, so she ended up giving me one while we were at Trans-Allegheny, and I said, I don't want it. It makes too much noise.
Oh, yeah. I get headaches from it after hearing it go off. And, we'll talk about this tonight, too. Some of these stuff that we're going to play, you don't hear it first when it's coming through, because if you're in a small room especially, the sound's just reverberating in there, and it's hard to make out what's being said, but on a recorder it comes back, a little bit clearer. We had an investigation recently where the client heard the former owner's name while we were listening to it. We didn't hear it at all, but boy, you hear it on the recorder later. And I didn't get that second. I didn't even think about having that on. So let's see. I'm going to start out tonight. I'm going to do some from. I did an investigation. Let me get out the screen share here.
Outside question, Jason. Wasn't the original EVP work done with just a constant white noise? TV untuned on a channel or whatever. What happened to? Why is that faded?
I'll tell you. Actually, that's a good question. Didn't originally start out with white noise. White noise came a little bit later, as my understanding goes. They started experimenting with white noise to see if this is a tool for spirits to be able to use to communicate. And they would get stuff for it. I'm not a fan of white noise, and more investigators have definitely gone away from white noise. And for one reason, matrixing. You get all that fuzz and noise, and people start picking out stuff and hearing what they want to hear, and there's no EVP at all. And when you put that much noise in the background, the mind will try to make words out of stuff. And that's the criticism of EVPs in general without white noise as it is. So by adding white noise, you can add that criticism more. That's why I've never added a white noise. Yeah. You know, yeah,
Well, that's why the spirit box seems to almost rely on that same kind of thing. It's just a skipping white noise.
Exactly. You know, besides, that's one criticism, besides the fact that it's scanning AM and FM bands, so it is going to get clips of audio from those bands. But the thing is, some of the stuff you get drawn out a little longer, or it's a couple words, the thing is, it's the speed rate, especially if you have it at a high speed rate, it shouldn't be picking up too many words.
Right. Well, it's again back to when I hear profanity come ripping through, then, well, yeah.
Yeah, when you get correct. All right, so I'm not taking any breaks tonight. When I saw how much stuff I had, and I knew how much stuff Judy has, I roll right into it. No breaks tonight, and hopefully it doesn't kill me to do it. That's why I set up 3 different phones. I got phone number 1, phone number 2, and then phone number 3 I'm not going to touch because the audio is into it. With all the loaded audio ready to go. And hopefully that works right. So, all right, so I had this investigation in South Bend. I've had 2 of them. One back in 2009 where I got a lot of great EVPs. Even my first and almost only, unless there's the one at Todd that might be reversed, but my own reverse EVP where it said something really loud but made no sense and then played it in reverse. So I got really good evidence that time. No spirit box sessions. I think one person had a spirit box then. I don't remember who, but I don't think they got anything. Then 2014, last year, I went back. And I didn't get a lot of EVPs that night, but man, we've been doing a thing we call a fear test in our group, where we put a client in probably what they think is the most scariest part of the house. Sometimes you negotiate, you get them to the 3rd most scariest place in the house. But the point is, you put a camera on them with live audio, so we can monitor them, so they're not, unchecked. We're there to watch them, but we put them alone and let them ask questions, usually just an EVP. I don't generally do spirit box, but this lady was fascinated with the spirit box. She asked me if I was coming back. Yeah, that's right. There was no spirit box the first time. She wanted to see a spirit box in her house. I said, all right, I'll bring it. Then the thing seemed pretty not dangerous in her house or dark or anything that was going on. So I said, I'll bring the spirit box. And the background before I play this is we found out, and I found this out when I went back there, that originally a man had died falling down the stairs and choking on his own vomit, which relates back to an EVP I got of a guy puking. Well, the EVP session, there's some of that I think does relate to that because she asks him if he wants a drink, and he says yes, or it talks about a drink. All right, let me play the first one. And this client, I won't say her name, but I don't think her name comes across in any of this stuff, and she wouldn't care. She would probably come on here. I need to get her on here. She was a lot of fun, and she was totally into it. She has lived in her house long enough. She was over her fear. So the fear test didn't. One of the reasons we do it is to help the client get used to their house, to give the kind of face their fear a little bit. Her, it was a little bit pointless, but because she's used to it, so she's just having fun with it. So here's the first one.
You and respond back.
Okay.
You and respond back.
Now, you'll hear that voice. That's one of the things you want to key things to spirit box is to try to pay attention to the voice. Does the voice sound the same when it replies again? I got another one I will play later on. I got to load that up where we got the same name a number of times and the voice was the same. So she gets that okay, and let's go out to the next one here.
How old are you?
Did you just do that?
He died at 27. I should clarify that. The guy who died in the house was 27 years old, and it sounds like 27. All right, I'm going to play it again.
How old are you?
Did you just do that? Who did that then? Was there?
How old are you?
Did you just do that? Who did that then? Was there? That's the other thing you want to look for. If the response is there, is it a response that is backed up by the history of the house to give it some more legitimacy? That it's not something random. You just want to hear what you're saying. And it's responding to the question. So that's the other key. If you just get a random name here, a random thing there, well, who's to say what it is? All right, let's go on here.
Can you tell me your name?
And you hear Andrew, and then you hear in the background that almost a Matt. And Matt comes up later on too. And I believe Matt was the name of the guy who died, and I think Andrew was her son. So it's saying her son's name, and then you hear Matt in the background play it again.
Can you tell me your name?
I got to look at my notes again on that. I had too many phones up in the way. I can look at my notes. I'm doing this from memory. Let's play the next one. This is I'm going through them quick because I don't get a lot of responses to Spirit Box. I borrowed Judy's Spirit Box, and I don't even own one. Like I said, I get annoyed by them, so I haven't forked over the money one for yet. But I was borrowing Judy's Spirit Box, and the first time I've seen this many answers come back to somebody. And like I said, I'm sitting in another room watching her on video while she's doing this and listening to it.
What about Alex?
That sounded like no.
Yeah.
That voice, no. I'm going to play that, and then I want to play that first one. To me, it sounds like it could be this. That sounded like no.
Yeah.
Judy's audio is capturing again.
Yeah. All right, try to mute your line if you're moving around when you start it. All right, play that one more time.
What about Alex?
That sounded like no. Okay,
Yeah.
and then
Hear you and respond back.
it sounds similar to me. I think there's more like that too here. Let's see.
Hello. Can you say hi? Hi?
It says hello.
Hello.
So said hello back to her. Now this one, she hears Matt, or she hears Natalie, but when I've heard it, listened to it, and like I said, it's hard, and for her, I know there's a few she didn't really get when she was listening to them, because you're in a small room and the sound's reverberating back and forth, so it's hard for you to hear the EVPs sometimes, or the Spirit Box. I hate calling them EVPs. I know a lot of people do for Spirit Box, but EVP is an EVP, and Spirit Box is a separate thing. So here we go.
What is your name? What is your name? Every time I'm talking.
It says Matt more than
What is
one
your name?
time. Okay.
What is your name? What is your name? Every time I'm talking. What is your name? Natalie?
She hears Natalie, and that could be the reverberation, but to me, I hear Matt. What's your guys' opinion?
Yeah, I think probably Matt would be closest. It's definitely not a multi-syllable.
Yeah, because I believe, like I said, the guy who died there was 27. You know, so it's coming through. You know, you're getting a response, and like I said, by putting her alone in here, we didn't get any responses with that Spirit Box that night anywhere else. Only during the fear test. Like I said, I don't like to put clients with the Spirit Box too much. I don't want to freak them out. Some people get freaked out by it, you know. So, but she asked to do it, so that's the only reason I did. So let's do this one. This one says 666. I think multiple times. I think. Hold on.
Six.
It says it again.
Are you 7?
She was actually trying to get the age, so I don't think it's trying to. I think it said 6 3 times because it's trying to talk to her. And then there's that thing at the end, something about blood. I don't know. But she's asking what the age is, and she got 6 multiple times. She was having trouble hearing it. So the next one.
Did you used to own this bed? Did you used to live in this house? No.
That one, you hear, listening back, I hear a yes, ma'am, and then I hear the no. So, like, the girl, there was a girl who might have, there that communicated a lot on EVP, I think, trying to get in there, but then he says no, and he really didn't live there. He was staying there at his mother's house, kind of taking care of or whatever, but he ended up, I do think at that point, he should have been, well, the time he died, though, no, he did move in, because then he moved his bed in, but he wasn't, like, a permanent resident there. So I don't know if that was the reason why it says no, but it sounds like that kind of same voice again. I'll play that one more time.
Did you used to own this bed? Did you used to live in this house?
That's a yes, ma'am. And then a no.
No.
There's another one. She asked about the bed because the bed, not the mattress, but the frame to the bed, was the bed that he died right next to because it was downstairs, and he fell down the stairs and choked on his own vomit. I should have put the puking EVP on it. There's a puking EVP. And at the time, I didn't know that's how it related to it.
Or did you fall down the stairs at this house?
Yeah, Jason, you want the weird coincidence? I'm sending you a photo right now of a screenshot off of my phone that was taken while they were filming the Belgunnis thing. And look at the one, the top left.
I'm looking. I'm waiting for it to download because I can't open it on the other phone.
Go ahead. I just thought that was an interesting, creepy coincidence. And look at the photo number. That's a good thing, isn't it?
Well, I guess this one's not downloading it quick enough. All right, let me look at it. So this so people are listening. They're filming. Belle Guinness was a LaPorte County Black Widow back in the early 1900s. And they're filming a documentary on it out in LaPorte, Indiana, and they filmed some of this at Todd's photo studio, which happens to be haunted too. And let me see here. Go back. Todd.
Well, that was also her bank, so I sent that to Goot, and I don't know if he shared it with you.
He did. I wondered if it was that one, and I did debunk it. Not to say I'm a photo expert, but the thing that I didn't notice is it's the glare on the wall.
I'm not even talking about that. Her face looks pulled and elongated in it.
Oh, that's not what he showed me then. I see the 666 though. I didn't even notice that the first time he said it.
Yeah, that was the photo number of that photo, and that photo was, I've deleted the actual photos. That's the one I said was the anomalous thing. But the photo, her face has got this drawn, weird, pinched look, only in that one frame.
I'll have to. I can't show it tonight because it's going to take me getting it off of here and getting it on the.
Oh, no problems. I was showing that more for you.
Yeah. And I got to get. Actually, no, I can't show it. I got to get permission because it's from their set. Never mind. So, all right, let me get back to the.
Oh, you don't need permission. It's my building, my photo.
Yeah. Sure.
I can explain copyright law.
Yeah, I don't want to get anybody pissed at me. So, all right, let's go to this one here.
What do you want to find here? What are you looking for?
Says nothing. And then.
What are you looking for?
Says nothing and looking for it. That's what she heard too. That's what she responds back. And like I said, there was always evidence of a little child ghost and a male ghost being there. All right, I got to plug in my different phone. Turn on the audio of that. Phone number 2. Okay, let me see. Let's hopefully this test out all right. Oh, I gotta turn the audio on.
Do you like living here with me and Matthew?
Oh, that's right. Matt was her son's name. I forgot because I know it was repeating her son's name. I thought it was Andrew or Matt. Like I can't pull up my notes for this one, sadly. That's right. The Matt was her son. It kept on saying that Andrew was the name of the guy, and that only came across once. That's right. Had to hear that to remember. It's been since last year.
Do you like the cats? Probably said what about them? Do you like the cats? Probably said what about them? Are you a girl or a boy? A girl or a boy?
Sounds like boy. Can you
Girl.
guys, and then she gets a girl. I'll play that again. Can you guys hear it all right?
Yeah. Well, at least I do.
Are you a girl or a boy? A girl or a boy? A girl.
I swear you hear a boy, and then something like effing
Did you
girl.
say girl?
I don't know. Like I said, I always got, and I had EVPs that correlate to this too, because I'd get a girl and a male figure. All right, let's see. I'm gonna just skip past a few of these. There's a couple really cool ones.
Did you live in this house? No. Oh.
That answered her again, same answer to the same question. That's another thing you always want to try and get.
Are you a boy? Yeah?
Let's see. Oh, here's my favorite one. Really quick.
Can you tell me your name?
She had asked before, it's like, it was little ways before it comes up, but she was quiet. She'd asked before, do you know what happened to you? And it's like 3 minutes before, but she kind of got quiet for a while. And it's too long of a clip to play it all together. And I do have the original clip. I need to get that. But then this happens, and what it says is, "Are we dead?"
Can you tell me your name?
Do you guys hear that?
Yeah, that's really clear.
Yeah. And to me, like I said about the spirit box, Judy will mess around with settings at night. Not being using it very much. I put it just thinking, I want it on the highest setting. I want the highest rate I can get it on, just to make sure I don't get any FM AM feed into it as much as possible. All right, this one, she asked him about drinking because he, obviously had an alcohol problem.
What? That could have been drink. Is that what you said?
I don't know why that one didn't come through. Hold on. Let's try a different one.
It's cycling back and it's hitting one particular station we keep hearing. I know that.
And now this is not now we're out of the fear test. This is the one time I got something. And it says right before I start talking, because I had said earlier, I said, I don't think this is doing anything or whatever, and I swear it says F you. Hold on.
It's cycling back. It's cycling back and it's hitting one.
Because I'm criticizing what it's saying coming through. I'm like, I think that's just it, and then it says F you. And let's see.
Do you like living here?
Yep.
Did you hear that?
What was that?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, that was the only two spirit boxes we got when we weren't doing the responses that we got, really. I mean, there might have had other responses, but it was hard to make out, and that's why I was saying it was radio feed, catching our radio feed. And then it says F you, and then I got another response. But that was about it. Then I got Judy's stuff here. So Judy, help me walk through this. It's hard for me to read the taglines that you got on your I'm gonna put the screen on you, Judy. So you can see. All right, so we're gonna play the first one here.
Did you guys hurt each other?
Did you hear that?
This is the phone.
No.
All right, so this is really, this is really faint. I wish I would have. I wish I'd had time. I could run it through the my Adobe Audition 5 and boost that. Because I'm gonna play it a couple more times, see if I can just turn the volume up.
Did you guys hurt each other?
Did you hear that?
No.
That it's just really faint. It's like, and you said that came through pretty loud when you were sitting there. Just the recorder didn't pick it up. Right. All right, so I got one more. I think that's here for Justin. Let's see.
There's a woman's voice. Yes. I got the chills on.
All right, what do we got this one? You remember? Okay.
There's a woman's voice. Yes. I got the chills on.
I'm gonna have to take. I might have to take a break because I realized I just got those two Justin's on there, and I got to get. I know I got more. No. got them. I just the thing is I have to get them. I'll just have to go right to my Dropbox and play them from there, um, bec- because I can only load so much on all three phones. And I had so much stuff tonight that I'm like, oh my god, I'm not taking any breaks. I got so much stuff to go through. When we talked about doing Spirit Box, I'm like, oh my god, and I'm not even playing all my stuff that I've recorded from your Spirit Box stuff and that, you know. I do have the Ivan stuff ready to go. Oh no, I don't. I have to get that when I get Justin's. Next stuff I got is Catherine, um, for stuff from her house. All right, so let me see.
Is Josh the one who is scaring Chloe, the little girl?
Sound like Nick.
Let me turn it. Oops, I was trying to turn it down. Right, I remember.
Is Josh the one who is scaring Chloe, the little girl?
Sound like Nick.
We get it again, don't we? Did you get it? Did we record that again? Didn't we hear Nick again? Let me play another one. Box, by the way.
Can you give us your name?
No.
No.
Why not?
That was our Echo Box. We're still kind of experimenting with that.
Can you give us your name?
No.
No.
Why not?
Almost to me, I thought at first this was another Nick reply. I thought it was Nick at the beginning. Oh, that's matrixing now.
No.
Let's go to the next one. I'm not trying to roll these so quick, but I'm trying to get like a lot of stuff that we got. We've been holding up. Right, right. Okay, let me. All right, let me see. This one says echo something.
Did your hallway light just turn on itself? Did you flip the light?
Maybe I flipped the wrong one. No, I pushed down.
Your light just, say it turned on.
Was it on when I walked in here? I pushed down. That flipped.
Oh, that's right. We don't know why that music started playing. Like, none of that. Because you're recording through it and it's recording that. Yeah, that's right. It was kind of weird. Let me see. What's this one?
Are you the same one that rattles the doors and turns the lights on and off?
That was Chloe, wasn't it? Oh, no. Okay. Oh, that's right. Yeah, yeah.
Are you the same one that rattles the doors and turns the lights on and off?
Yeah, I hear it. All right, this one's. Let me see. This is Echo Box. What do you remember about? You know? You know, and that I'm matrixing probably, but I swear to God, I'm hearing them trying to say Chloe. And Todd's place is really echoey. And what is the Echo Box like? What takes our voices and spins them around, kind of? What is that? What it does? Okay, let me play that one more time. Let me play. Let me play it one more time. Zero Chloe. Yeah, then that door slam, it never happened. You know, like we never heard.
Do you realize that you're scaring a little girl in this room?
That was just a yes to that.
Do you realize that you're scaring a little girl in this room?
I'm not big on the yes or no responses too much, but you know, we got a lot of them. Yeah, no, I'm not, one yes here or there. I'm not really big into it, but if you get a constant yes or no and right away after you might have something. I'm looking at the time, like, oh my God, it's 11:32. I'm like, oh my God, that's why I knew right away I'm not taking any breaks tonight because we got so much. Hey, Jenny, I'm curious. Do you have evidence and stuff recorded, or stuff that you got, like spirit box stuff?
Um, nothing from the spirit box or anything like that, just regular EVPs. I do have some. I didn't have time to send them to you today, though. I was at work, so.
Well, next week I'm gonna have a guy on with his spirit box stuff, but I want to just try to get more people on with their evidence. So, definitely next week if you want to come on, email me your EVPs you want to share, because this is the whole
Okay.
reason. The whole reason I'm doing this show, and anybody that's watching, is this says that nobody's watching, but whatever. I don't think this seems right. The whole reason I'm doing this is a format for people to present their evidence, not just our own evidence, but a format for everybody to play their evidence. And yeah, to laugh at some videos online and get spooked out by some videos online too. But I really want this to be a forum for the little guy in the paranormal field to get his stuff out there, because I'm a little guy, I'm nobody. You know, this is my way of finally getting to share stuff that I've caught since at least 2008, 2007. So anybody that
Where you're not going to get ridiculed either.
Right, I notice people posting their pics up and stuff on National Paranormal Society on Facebook, and I love what those guys are trying to do. They're trying to make a scientific approach to evidence, and it's great. But man, they just rip apart everybody and anything anybody presents to them, and people are scared, get to a point where they don't want to present anything. And so I'm not here, I'll give my legitimate opinion, but it doesn't mean my opinion's 100% correct. I'm nobody, to make that judgment. I'll just tell you what, it could be this, could be that, or it could be something paranormal, So, I don't want anybody to be ridiculed on this show. I want this to be an open forum, people to present their stuff. Let the audience decide what they think. So, all right, let me go on here.
Are you angry with that little girl? Really? Yeah.
Yeah, so that was that Chloe. Yeah. And freaked the mom out. That's where you hear her say the name and run. And as a parent, I get that. The last is your child's name coming out of a spirit box. It will. freaked me out, and I totally understand her reaction. As investigators, we try not to react that way, but if I was on investigation and I heard my son's name, I might be a little bit. So, yeah, I'm going to play that. Let me play that again. Let me see.
Are you angry with that little girl? Really? Yeah.
Say it one more time.
Are you angry with that little girl? Really? Yeah.
Yeah, she goes running out of the room at that point. Yeah, we got some good evidence, and one night we'll have her on and just go over all of this again. You'll hear this stuff again. I'll play it again. I want to try to. We had some other spirit box stuff. Is there anything else that I missed with Captain? There's a few things I haven't touched, but I kind of want to move on to the Ivan spirit box and some more Justin stuff. I think we got some of the best stuff from Captain. Is there anything else that you think I should do? Let me play. I'll just play them really quick. Let's see what we got.
Was it Chloe that brought you here?
Oh my gosh.
That's when the Josh came through. What it was is what she played. She was trying to remember. The little girl was trying to remember. She talked to. She either thought was it the Josh she talked to on the. She was doing a Ouija board app on the Apple iPad, right? So, and she got the. She got Josh that kept coming through. So we were wanting to know if Josh would come through, and that time in that spirit box it did. Let's see what the other one was.
Is your name Josh?
And then it says it again.
Is your name Josh?
It could be a no.
Yeah, I'm hearing nope.
No. Yeah. So, and who knows who you're talking to? It's just this is again, do not experiment with spirit boxes in your house and stuff like that because you don't know who you're talking to.
So somebody made a Ouija board app for the phone.
Oh my God, yeah, of course. Come on, that coming along a million miles away. They've been out for a while. Oh yeah. I was working the other last week and I saw a woman in my store and she had a Ouija board in her bag and her kids running around. I'm like, oh yeah, that's I know Parker Brothers says it's a game, but go watch The Exorcist. Right. All right. Here's one more.
Carl, is there something you want me to know or pass on?
Oh, this is Chesterton. What was that one? It's yours.
Carl, is there something you want me to know or pass on?
Yeah. That's an interesting story we'll get into a little bit. That guy brought home some stuff from a murder scene. He works he manages these business sites, and when somebody got murdered there, Gary, yeah, took the salon chair that she died right next to, like blood all over it, I'm sure, and all that, and the salon mirrors. And after that, then they started seeing a black woman in the house. It was a black woman that was murdered, and started having some weird stuff happen. All right, let me get the other phone on. I'm gonna try to get some Justin stuff. All right, these I'm gonna have to pull out just right out of my Dropbox. I don't have them in my queue because I was running out of room. So it takes me a minute. I apologize. Find this stuff. All right, so here is Justin and Judy, something whisper. It doesn't give me the whole line of the file, sadly. Let's see, this might be one we already heard.
Did you guys hurt each other?
Did you hear that?
No.
Oh, okay. I think we did those. Let's try. This is Justin Spherebox, something leave.
What was that? To help you, please let me know. What was that? To help you, please let me know. What was that?
That was another possible murder scene. Let me see. Here's another one.
It was a woman's voice. Yes. I got the chills right now.
Yeah, I thought so. All right, and
Were you shot?
twice. Yeah. Yeah, and this person had been shot in this home. That's how the murder went down.
Were you shot? Twice?
We got some good EVPs from that one. We're definitely going to get. Do you think Justin would be interested in coming on? Yeah. All right. Let me find because we're getting down to a quarter, almost to midnight. We had one night. Let me see if hopefully I got all these. Where we got a response a couple times of the name Ivan when we asked. And what was great about it, I guess not, I shouldn't say that's great, but what was cool, there's no way to say it when it involves death, I guess, but for us, what was cool is that, what was cool
Interesting. That's a safe word.
Yeah, interesting. When the client came back to the house, we had the house to ourselves, and we told her, what we heard on the spirit box, does the name Ivan mean anything to you? Because we heard it multiple times, and I'm not going to play through that whole spirit box session. We don't have enough time, but I'm going to play a couple of them. She goes, that's my uncle's name who died 3 months ago. So to me, that's when I was like, oh, I'm a little bit sold on the spirit box. I started getting more interested. That was one of the first ones I really liked. I'm like, okay, that's cool. That's cool. I loved it better if it had been the EVP that I got like multiple times, but all right, let me see. This is one.
Was it Ivan?
It's at the end, right?
Was it Ivan?
Yeah, that one didn't come through. When we heard it, we heard Ivan when we were sitting the first time. We didn't even know anything about her uncle. That was the first time, and it kind of was not didn't come through on this very good, sadly. Let me see what this one is.
Can you try one more time to tell us your name since I can't quite get it?
That one's clear.
Can't get it?
And it's the same voice that came through. Let's see this one. Hmm.
You try to tell me your name again.
There's Ivan again.
You try again.
I just noticed we lost Jenny. She might have been ill, or she lost her feed. She might have ran out of data. Ooh. I hope not. Yeah, because she at the beginning was trying to do it off her Wi-Fi and it was not working, and so she went off her data. I hope I didn't ruin her data. I almost ran out of data recently. I know how that goes. All right, let's see. I think that's all I had on the Ivan. I think that's all I had to play tonight. Now it's almost midnight. Oh no, I want to play this. Let's see. Wait here. This is actually from your. This is Todd's.
Can you tell us your name?
Hi, Pete.
Can you tell us your name?
The research is still out on that one. We want to find out if there was a Pete Brown associated with that location.
Yeah, well, even if there's not, to me, that was a clear answer. And you've got all those buildings around there, and I still don't believe they're locked to any one location. So
Let me see. I got a couple more. I don't know what these are. Let me see.
And the fact that it was a bank, it was a billion different businesses. It could have been an employee that just...
Right. But why hang out at your local bank? You know, I mean...
Well, how many people can you think of that their work is their life?
Right. Let me play this one. See what this is.
Can you tell us how many of you are here in this house?
I think this was Jody. Well, yeah. But and then and mine were EVPs on spirit boxes. We went there twice, right? This is what you're talking about. Okay. See, I got my night. I keep forgetting to put this up. I got my nice. If you guys can see my screen or see me at all, I finally got up my little tagline on the bottom here. Like, I forgot to do that again. You have. Well, I got rid of it. Well, I see you moving. It's not frozen here, so luckily we're still. Okay, well at least we still have you. Play that one again.
Can you tell us how many of you are here in this house?
Is that what, like 7 of us? Okay, I'm gonna play in a second. I think. Maybe not. I don't think it's gonna play, Judy. No, it's seeing it. I had one of them that you sent me didn't work right. That's why. What's this? Oh, that's the P stuff. So. All right. Well, so far I seem like we got through this episode without any major catastrophes like the beginning of the last. But last week I ripped a hole in the universe at the beginning of the episode, and about 20 minutes, 30 minutes before the beginning of this episode, I ripped a hole in my finger. I'll take it. So yeah, we got through it pretty good. And well, still got 9 minutes to spare. It says I have 0 viewers. I saw 1 viewer pop up, so I don't know. I had people say they were. No. It was recently while you're on.
That may be, I can't remember her name now, that fell out.
Oh yeah. Maybe when she fell out, she went to lock, whatever. Okay. Yeah, a lot of people say they're going to listen, but Saturday, 10 to midnight on a Sunday night isn't the best time for people. But my only time I can schedule a show every time, and people can listen to it later. Thank God. Last time I checked, we got our little 91 views off the first episode, but I'll take it. I'll take it. For our first episode, and hopefully this one will surpass that. I hope. Next week, what do you think we should do? I do know next week I might have this guy on that's been doing spirit box stuff at his home. Really interesting. The question is, if some of these people I've been talking to on Facebook, they got evidence, they want to come on the show, but they're all, like I said, this is for the little guy in the paranormal. They're not experienced with getting their audio sent out or getting it. So I'm going to try to teach people, and now I'm thinking maybe I should do an episode just for people to know how to transfer and edit audio for this kind of stuff. So I definitely should do an episode on that. Todd, what we didn't get to that I got to figure out how to do it or use my screen share. I want to do some photo stuff with you, and I still got to talk to one lady about sharing her photo. Judy's got some photos that we took at the Dune Summer Theater that we definitely want you to see. So I definitely, if you can come on next week, Todd, I would love to pull those pictures up.
I should be able to. When it comes to analyzing them, though,
I know.
If you can acquire the actual original files, that would help, because then I can look at them and know if they've been messed with.
Okay.
Oh, if it's something you've got,
yeah,
that's a different story.
There's only the one picture from that client, if she lets me. That's her picture, and I don't know what it was all taken on a phone, of course. But when you see it, I think either you'll have your opinion on it, even if you don't have the original or not.
Okay.
It's not an orb. We're not messing around with Judy seems orbish in the way it is, or a bug. People say it's a bug, but we'll talk about that then. We'll do it. Right. Well, we're not big into orbs, though. So
I still don't know what to think on that, because I've got one that right after my wife passed, on Christmas morning, I took some pictures of my daughter unwrapping packages, and there was consistent orbs.
This is what I
large white orb right there, always by my daughter. So it's like, okay.
I get a lot of people that come to me, and like I said, I'm not the photo expert, so I cringe every time somebody comes to me with a photo. But at the same time, I'm excited. But then I see an orb, and I try not to show disappointed on my face when they can say they got to go. But I don't want to discount orbs either. Our group's a non-orb group mainly. I do want to give some legitimacy on this idea of close out. Orbs are, if it's particles in the air that our camera's catching, which I believe it is, and I can reproduce it. Todd, you can reproduce it.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is, particles in air are attracted to static electricity in the air. And if ghosts are manifesting some electromagnetic way and messing with anything in the static realm, of energy, who's to say that they're not collecting these particles to them? I think it was, and I think it was the Hannah house that we were talking about earlier had some interesting video of these dust particles like flying through the air, like a whole mist, like a body figure almost flying through the air and swirling around. I've seen this evidence. I think it was the Hannah house, or it might have been a house in Illinois. I don't remember. But that's again, if it's carrying these dust particles with it, with its static field, maybe that's why you get these orbs in the picture. Maybe it is spirit phenomenon. But the problem is, it is dust. In the end, it's still dust. And how do you go from there and prove that?
Well, and it's the same thing with the light spot in the photo or the dark spot. You've got the shadow, you've got the whatever. So,
yeah.
And back on those photos I took at the studio that you and Goot were talking about. He was all about the light washout on the wall and the dark spots. And I said, no, that's not what I'm talking about in any way, shape, or form. It's like I sent him an actual just raw photo of the wall. It's like, yeah, those are holes in the brick you're seeing.
I thought that too. When you talk about her face, I thought that too, and I thought that's what it was. And I caught that face the first time Goot showed it to me. I'm like, that's weird. You go, no, it's the thing behind the wall. I'm like, oh, well,
no, it was her face that stopped me. And the other one that I deleted, it was even weirder. It was just those two frames that her face had this kind of drawn, weird funkiness. And it was while she was delivering dialogue that I guess if you were the subject of that dialogue might be possibly objectionable.
Right. Yeah, it's hard to say.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, I still don't understand that. I don't know. In the file, it, it was it wasn't a JPEG, or it was a JPEG, and it wasn't a GIF or a movie file. It was the still JPEG. So how in the hell was it doing that? It's gone, right? Weirdest thing I'd ever seen.
I don't have an answer for that.
I know you didn't. I was like, you don't have to be a photo expert not to have an answer.
Yeah. I guess if you I guess if you want to go to the possible scientific, it'd be a flaw in your LCD screen on your phone causing something. But
we tested up. It's the weirdest thing, and it never did it. And then I think we looked at it again, and now it's just a picture. Just a picture. So.
Special mushrooms on the pizza?
No. The fun. Yeah, that was odd.
Well, anytime there's a mist, especially being a vapor, and you guys are too, I'm going to look at us being suspect right off the bat on mists.
Right.
Because we leave enough dense vapor hanging around.
Judy can clarify this. Like, we get started investigation. I'm like, all right, cigarettes, vapor, it's got to stop. Nope. Right, they start. Yeah, but people start smoking. I'm like, put it out. It's not. that 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 happens on hunts with people who start. No, 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 no. I thought I explained this. No, you can't smoke while we're doing photography and cameras and stuff. All right, guys. Well, it is officially midnight. I want to thank you both for coming on. I thank Jenny if she ends up listening to this later for coming on. I wish I could have thanked her before she got probably her data ran out.
I didn't think this thing ate that much data.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I would think the video takes a ton of it. Yeah, I know, and I gotta load up I didn't load up my always exit music. I didn't load up, but maybe next night if I get that guy on with his spirit box, I'm definitely gonna want to play some of his stuff that he's been getting. I'm interested in people. If you're doing this open communication, if you're out there and listening to this, the title of this episode talks about it, so you might have listened to this. If you're doing open communication with spirits in your home, I want to hear about it. I want to know what your results are. I would hear some of what you're getting, and I want to know what are the physical results of that. Is it you're having more phenomenon happen in your house because you're doing this open communication? I want to know. I'm not advising people to start doing this either. I have worries about it, but if somebody's doing it, I want to hear about it. I want to see that people are allowed to take their own personal risk, at it. No, go ahead. Hmm. Yeah, that one, I told you that was when I was talking about. That's like 2 minutes long. I was hoping you were going to get to hear it. Yeah, that's one of my all-time favorite EVPs. Right. We'll never get to play it on. We'll never get to play on the show because that's on and that's their stuff. But you go find Art Bella. Yeah, Brendan Cook. Yeah, yeah. All right, guys. Well, thank you.
Well, before you kill your connection completely, once you go off air, I wanted to talk to you real fast.
Okay. I'm gonna let the music play out, Todd, and then shoot, won't be able to talk. What do you want? You gotta talk off air.
Oh no, not in the special, just stuff for next show.
Oh, stuff for the next show. Yeah, because I'm gonna play the music and then it's gonna go off. It'll disconnect us completely. So hold on.
Okay. I didn't know if it was like before when you didn't go live yet.
No, really quick. What do you want to talk about for the next show?
Oh, just simple one. You may want to look into normalizing your audio outputs for the next one because it gets between very loud and real quiet, and it can be kind of painful with headphones on.
Yeah, I know, and I've been trying to figure out why it's doing that. So I'm trying to look into it. I know some of it times because I forget and I get away from the mic, and then I get up really close sometimes, and that'll do it. And then sometimes it's me switching stuff around, and then the audio gets changed. So.
That's a lot of it. It's when you're playing different YouTube clips or anything else, or when you're just playing audio through your phone. Some of them were screamingly loud, especially the Spirit Box stuff.
Well, Spirit Box is the worst to play. I was kind of cringing doing this episode because I want to play its good stuff, but Spirit Box is so loud. So I definitely.
Yeah, that was it. It wasn't anything super secret. Squirrel.
Okay. Now so. Music.
All right. Have a good night.
Yeah, I'll talk to you next Saturday or Sunday then. All right, man. All right. Later. All right, guys. We're going to be ending the show now. We ran a little over. Again, if you got anything evidence-wise, you want to join the show, jbland, midwestparanormal@hotmail.com. Email me if you want to be on the show. I'm up for anybody to come on. So good night. Talk to you next Sunday, 10 p.m. to midnight Central Time.
Leave your soul behind. All the signs of life and what you don't find. Go away where silence holds the day. Just a witness with the living never
Good night, everybody. Like I said, contact me at jbland, MidwestParanormal@hotmail.com.